Welcome back to Game Crunch, everyone, keeping up to date with the latest in the video game world. Now, today, we've got a couple interesting things to talk about, including Sony might be acquiring Kadokawa. Now, I don't really know who Kadokawa is, so who cares? But guess who Kadokawa owns? FromSoftware. And you may have heard of them. They may make games like Elden Ring, Dark Souls. No, still doesn't ring a bell. Well, we're both going to talk about it here in a second. And then we've got to get into some of these initial numbers coming out of the Pokemon's trading card game on mobile devices, because it's doing really, really well. We'll get into that in a minute. But of course, real quick before we get into that, if you're new to the channel, welcome. Really appreciate you tuning in. Consider subscribing if you like to stay up to date with the latest in the video game world. If you find this information helpful, hit the like button, and let's just get right into it. So first up, we've got a lot of reports coming out that Sony may be trying to acquire Kadokawa, which is basically a big multimedia conglomerate out of Japan. Among the companies that Kadokawa owns is FromSoftware. You know, the studio behind iconic games like Elden Ring, Bloodborne, and Dark Souls. Imagine those games being PlayStation exclusives. Reuters reports that Sony is in ongoing talks with Kadokawa, and if things go smoothly, a deal could be finalized in the coming weeks. While Sony has declined to comment, Kadokawa is also staying tight-lipped. But here's where it gets interesting. Kadokawa's share price skyrocketed 23% overnight after the news, hitting an all-time high. Keen-Eye fans know that Kadokawa also owns Spike Chunsoft, which is the studio behind Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. They also own Acquire, the team that has worked on Octopath Traveler 2. So this deal isn't just about FromSoftware, it could bring a wealth of talent into Sony's ecosystem. This news comes after Kadokawa's rough patch earlier this year when a cyber attack dropped their share price by 20%. Could this acquisition be Sony's power move to solidify its dominance in both gaming and media? Guess only time will tell. And when I think about it, I think this acquisition could kind of almost rival what Xbox did with acquiring Activision Blizzard. Because if you think about it, yeah, Xbox got Call of Duty, they got Diablo, which, I mean, you can't discount Call of Duty, but Diablo, World of Warcraft, a whole bunch of different Elder Scrolls. Oh, wait, that was a different acquisition. But whatever, different acquisition. But anyway, this could rival basically Microsoft's acquisitions because you see in the numbers that Elden Ring in particular did and the numbers that Dragon Ball Sparking Zero is doing as well. While it may not be right up to par with what Microsoft has, there's one key thing, is that Sony's not going to play nice like Xbox does. They're not going to make any of those titles cross-platform. Xbox, they're putting Call of Duty everywhere, they're putting Diablo everywhere. Yet to see if what they're gonna do with Elder Scrolls, but I think this could be kind of almost like a bit of a nail in the coffin for that Xbox console. Now let's talk about Pokemon, the trading card game Pocket. Seems to be taking the world by storm. In just over 2 weeks since its release, the game has raked in over $120 million. That's an average of $6 million a day. Pretty crazy. Developed by the Pokemon Company and DNA, the game lets players collect over 250 virtual Pokemon cards and battle online. While you can earn free packs daily, players have been spending big on Pokegold to unlock premium cards and in-game items. Japan leads the charge, contributing $50 million alone of the total revenue so far. And the game's success does not seem to be slowing down. Last week, the developers shared their first roadmap, teasing exciting updates. By the year's end, we'll see new booster packs, and in January 2025, they plan to roll out card trading, finally giving players a chance to swap those must-have cards. Plus, they've announced more events are on the horizon, bringing fresh promotional cards and emblems to help players build their dream decks. With this level of momentum, Pokemon trading card game Pocket might just become one of the most successful mobile games ever. So I'd like to know, have you checked out the Pokemon trading card game Pocket? I have. I downloaded it probably about a week and a half ago, and I've been doing my 2 packs daily. And I actually just got my second my second EX Mewtwo yesterday, but for the life of me, I cannot seem to get an EX Charizard. So when trading comes out, hey, if one of you guys needs a EX Mewtwo and you've got an extra EX Charizard, let's set up a trade. So as always, let me know what your thoughts are down below. How do you think this could change the gaming landscape if Sony does end up acquiring Kadokawa and then having games like Elden Ring and Dragon Ball Sparking Zero under their umbrella? Now, I don't think that they're going to have any exclusive access to the Dragon Ball IP. I couldn't really find any information on that. But, I mean, the company that, the studio that did that game clearly shows they're very talented. And what do you think of the trading card game Pocket? Have you checked it out? I highly recommend it. It's a cool little, it's completely free. You don't have to put any money into it. I personally haven't put any money into it, not a single dollar. And I'm doing pretty well with pulling up my EX cards, even off the 2 free packs daily. I seem to be doing okay. And then there's ways you can kind of speed it up. So some days I've been able to open as much as like maybe 10 packs with you get these hourglasses that make you reset it quicker. But anyway, check it out. Check it out for yourself. I can sit here and explain it all day. Anyway, I'll catch you guys on the next one. I'll see you tomorrow.